Perak HaShutfin Daf Hey, sponsored L'Refuah Shalema for Binyamin Chaim Ben Sarah. The Gemara brings a case where two Chachamim disputing one another argue the correct interpretation of Rabbi Yossi. Ravina surrounded Runya on four sides. He demanded Runya pay half the cost of the fences. He held like Rav Huna that the owner of the inner field must compensate in full. Runya refused to pay. He held like the fourth interpretation of Rabbi Yossi. The owner of the inner field is completely exempt unless he builds the fourth fence as a giludas denechale, as an indication he benefited from the enclosure. He did not pay him even agar natar. Ravina sent a sharecropper into Runya's field to steal a cluster of dates. Runya shouted to chase him away. Ravina claimed Runya was megalidas, at least he would hire a guard to chase away trespassing goats. Rava demanded Runya pay agar natar, otherwise he would impose full payment. The Gemara brings an additional dispute between Runya and Ravina. Runya bought a neighboring field of Ravina's property, disregarding Dina de Bar Metzra, allowing the neighbor first rights of purchase to a contiguous property. Reb Safra discouraged Ravina to exercise his right in this case. The principle of Basisa Yoshivat Tov did not apply to Runya, who was a poor man. Now we move on to a new Mishnah. The next Mishnah continues the first Mishnah's conclusion that the two owners of the courtyard are soon to be partners in the wall and divide its rubble. The Mishnah brings additional laws based on this partnership. Number one partner cannot require the other to rebuild more than a height of 4 amos. Number two, both are presumed to have paid their share of the cost as soon as the wall is rebuilt. Number three, if the other partner built a parallel wall, the same height as the dividing wall, to place a roof on them, he is obligated to share the cost for the height above 4 amos. We do not presume he paid his share because he finished the parallel wall. The Gemara brings a machlokas concerning the repayment of a loan that seems to reflect on our Mishnah. Reish Lakish holds a borrower cannot claim to the lender without proof he paid before his due date. Abai and Rava holds sometimes a person will pay before his due date, not to be pressured when he is unable to pay. Our Mishnah proves the opinion of Abai and Rava. The Mishnah states both partners are presumed to have paid when the wall is completed. The Mishnah did not have to teach this when both partners claim this at the completion of the wall. Even Reish Lakish holds a borrower is presumed to have paid by his due date. Therefore, the novel teaching of the Mishnah is a claim he paid before his due date. The Gemara rejects this disproof of Reish Lakish. Building a wall is different than repaying a loan. Both partners are obligated to pay their share for each completed row. Neither claimed they paid early. The Seifa is not a refutation of Abai and Rava. Although it says the defendant is not believed concerning the extension, this is because he is not certain he has to share its cost, and therefore will not pay until he is pressured for the money. The halacha follows Reish Lakish. A creditor collecting a debt, even from orphans, is not required to swear if the father passed away before the due date. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, become a sponsor, and help other Daf enthusiasts get the benefit of Daf 5.